Hello guys, and welcome back to a new January project. You'll already know what it is because I've already been through it a couple of months ago, and I've just put it into this week's vlog, which is the first week of the new year, but more than likely this will be uploaded, I think, before that is. So I'm not going to get too much into it. What is it? We all know what it is because I've already said, but for any of you who haven't really been looking too much on my Facebook page, you might not know. So what it is, it's yet another Mondog. An early one, and to my opinion, we'll go through it, one of the better ones to have, apart from it's not the estate, but that's just my personal preference. So here it is, really tidy. I went and bought this car with 50,000 mile about 8 to 10 years ago off an old gentleman in Newcastle, and since then one of my customers bought it off me, and he's enjoyed it and really looked after it ever since. Now it's the pre-facelift. I just want to have a quick run through about the Mark III Mondeo. The facelift began on about a 53 plate. So this is a very late pre-facelift, and there's not much ways of telling other than circular fog lamps rather than the triangular ones, and even the ones without the fog lights, they had like a triangle area here. Slightly different grille, and that's it at the front. And they've obviously got, which I quite like these ones with these bump strips. I prefer the pre-facelift, not so much about the look on the outside, but about things on the inside. But there is one thing I hate about the pre-facelift, this one, is this. The mirrors are bloody tiny on them. The only downside I will say, they've got very small mirrors, literally the size of a Fiesta, which that's what they changed on the facelift ones, much bigger mirrors. But they're identical, so if it bothered you that much, it takes 2 seconds on these to take the mirror off, and you can put the facelifted mirrors on. But I like to try and keep this original. But have a look at this thing, 52 plate. It's even now still low mileage for a 20-year-old car. It's only got 92,000 mile on, diesel one. We'll get to that in a minute, but we'll just have a quick walk around it. It's absolutely lovely. It's immaculate bar one little bit. The wings, no rust. The bottoms of these doors normally are rotten to pieces, and there's only just a tiny bit started there, but the rest of the door's perfect. That door is perfect. It's got a scrape. I'm going to try and tidy that up and touch it in. It's not going to be perfect by any means, but it'll be better when I'm finished with it. No rust whatsoever on that rear arch. Bearing in mind there's 06 plate ones, a hell of a lot worse than this. This sill is perfect. Wheels are in good condition. New general tyres on the front, and even the alloys with a bit of a wash are not in bad condition. Brand new Goodyears on the back, and this thing is absolutely mint underneath, which is a shame why I'm going to get to this bit, which you might not believe what I'm saying, but guys, I don't lie. I think you knows by now I'm an honest person. Pre-facelift ones have this area here is red, and on the facelifted ones they have like a line for some reason here and here. I don't know what the particularly for. And also with these, the rear reflectors are a little bit high, so for the new Euro statuses on the facelifted ones, you've got little reflectors down there. Bar that, it's pretty much the same. But what I want to get to with this one, it's a TDCI. Look how good even condition the badges are. It's been garaged, this car, and this is a very early TDCI. I've had 03 plate ones, and obviously 52 plate ones, which are TDDIs. This was like a pre-experimental. You won't get many TDCIs this age. I don't even think it existed on an 02. This is a very, very early on a 52 to be a TDCI, whereas most 03s are still the DIs. Yes, I know you all say the DIs are the more reliable ones. This has had the injectors done. It's alright. It's fine. So, we'll have a look around. The other side, again, rear arch, Goodyear tyre, new rear arch, perfect. Bottoms of the doors, tiny little bit. Well, the only thing it needs, this sill here has been getting water into it, which I fixed a couple of years ago. But unfortunately, with the water sitting, it's just took its toll on that sill there. So I'm going to take that in and have that professionally welded. So, and it's due MOT at the end of this month in January. But that's literally all it needs. I'm going to get that sill sorted out. It's not horrendous, just a little patch, and that's it. But I swear, I'll turn this round. Swear down, you'll see it on the lift. This is absolutely mint underneath for 52. It's that good. I'm not getting on my hands and knees on the wet grass. It's still got the under tray on, which it had on from new, and none of these, especially this early, the pre-facelifted ones, have them. Even the one at the back unfortunately fell off a couple of months ago, which I had to take off because it was trailing on the ground. So the back area of the chassis, this area, I'll just go around and show you in particular, this area under here, the cover has only just recently been taken off, and I actually give him it, I don't know where he put it, but under the back end, which usually go on these, the crash bar around the back corrode, this one is absolutely mint. The floor pan, the front subframe, spot on, bang on. So yeah, unfortunately that little bit on that sill, but that's been due to neglect through water, because just to put it clear, this guy, he plays in a band on cruise ships, and he's away at the end of this month in January for 8 months. He's away like 8 and 9 months at a time, so the car just stands and stands. And he's like, Dan, it's not doing it any good. It's getting damp on the inside. You can see it's not, I'll show you in a second, it's not nothing damp inside, but just with it standing, it's not good for it basically. So he says, do you want it back? And I went, yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, mind Jim. I says, I might keep it, I might sell it, I don't know. So this video, is the purpose of it is to let you know what I've got, what's going to be getting done to it, and I don't know my intentions. So any of you guys who are interested in it, let us know, but I'll come into that in a minute, because I want to just show you a little bit around the car. So you've seen it now around the outside, but the interior, it's just starting to get dark outside. That's why I'm rushing to get this video done. It's lovely. Absolutely, pretty much immaculate, and it smells like a new Ford of this era. That smell brings back memories, because when I was younger, these cars were brand new, and that smell of this era of Ford, I don't know why, but the pre-facelift ones don't smell like, the facelifted ones don't smell like this. It's for some reason only the ones up to 03 that have that new Ford smell. It's really strange, and I sound like a weirdo saying it, but it's true. Seats hardly been sat in, armrest there, electric windows in the rear. This has got a micro switch on the boot, which has never worked even since I've had it, so you've just got to use the key, 2 keys, just to open the boot. Huge boot, all original. Look at that, never even been used. Original spare, even the toe eye's not being touched or nothing. Great. Obviously the other side, no scuffs on the doors, chips, marks, seats have never been down. Lovely. That zip there has been unzipped for some reason. I'm going to re-zip that back up. It just needs tucked back down. It hasn't torn or nothing. But there we go. Original Ford mats. Granted, they're looking a little bit tired, but I actually fitted them in. This thing's annoying me already. That's going over there. Right. This is the Z-Tech. Does it even say on the back? I don't actually think it does. They didn't do that on these models. No, just like this is obviously the pre-experimental phase where they're putting this here, because what they used to do is put it down here and put Z-Tech or LX here. But this definitely hasn't been messed around with. That's how this one left the factory and how it's always been. So we'll have a look inside. I just want to show you mainly why I prefer the pre-facelift is all this area here. For a start, with this being the Z-Tech, it's got the lovely brushed, I'm going to clean all this up better, brushed aluminium, and I think that looks lovely. Heated windscreen, heated rear screen, and I look again, always remember that click from these. I know it's electronic, but what I love about the pre-facelift is this. Simple. I want it on the screen, I want it on the floor. Back of the screen, hot, cold, in the middle, hot, warm, it's there, it's all there. And then simple like that, where the other ones you've got to press a button and there's these stupid little blocks go up and down, and it's just a royal pin. Aircon on, aircon off, and the aircon works lovely and cold on this. I love the old school radios, and I think they've got a much better sound quality. You've got your boot release, lovely MTX 75. I was asking Chris was saying about these ones, the pre-facelifted ones, have a much better idea, because you lift under to get them in the reverse, and the other ones have got a little knobbly stalk gear knob, and they don't seem, I know that's what you class as a short shift, but these have a much nicer feel to the gears. Don't ask why, they just do. That's the norm. Do you know what it is? I had a good one of those and I just chucked it away the other day when I got the loft conversion done. But it just gets used for the cigarette lighter anyway. Lock and wheel nut, there is the cigarette lighter. Nice and clean. He's left a few bits in here, I'll have to speak to him. But yeah, the only downside though to the pre-facelift ones, is unless you get the Gear X, none of them come with cruise control. Whereas the facelifted ones, even the bottom of the range LX, apart from the Mistral ones, didn't come with it. But I can live with that. But it's lovely in here. It really is a nice place to be. Clean, smells new. And I'll just put the key in the ignition. With my hand twisted over like that. I think it's still only got under 100,000 on. Yeah, 92,000 miles for diesel Mondeo is low mileage by any means. And I just want to show you under here. I'll show you it better in depth when I do some work on the car. I don't really need to do much work. A CV boot tie, get that little bit of welding done on the sill. I just lift the bonnet up, and that's it really. I don't even think it needs a service. I'll check the levels and stuff. But this being it's the 130, but it's a really, really weird one. Without taking the engine cover off, it's a bit difficult for us to show. But it's got the variable vane turbo, which is very unusual for one of this age to have. But the really weird thing, it's got a rear-mounted EGR valve, which is down here. All of these always have the EGR valve there. And as you can see, there's nothing there. Do you know what it is? I'm going to pause it 2 seconds. Just like that. There we go. Engine cover's off. I'm going to just put this oil cap on, because you've got to take the dipstick out and stuff to do it. But there. These are a much simpler manifold. The EGR valve's always usually here. But on this, it's buried down there. It's been deactivated. I deactivated that many years ago. But as you can I don't even know if you can see the thing. It's down there. You probably can't even see. No, you can't. But that's all been deactivated many years ago. It goes to the network of pipes down there. But yeah, as you can see, nice, clean, honest engine. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to do a bit more work on it. I've only just picked it up, had it dropped off. So, do you like it? What do you think I should do with it? Obviously, I've got the LTR as my daily. I've got the C-Class. I've got the ML. And I've got the ZXs. Obviously, my towing cars and my two little show cars. I don't really know where this fits in. The only thing I could think it fits in with, if the aircon's still working, I know this sounds ridiculous now, but we all know how boiling we were through this summer, and if we have another one like it, I must admit, it is nice to have a car to jump in if you've got a long journey with the aircon. I know it doesn't work on the LTR, I know it's the air conditioning pump, I've looked at the condenser, there's still pressure in there, but I'm not going to go there, because if I put a new pump on, which will be 200 or 300 quid, I'll need to put a new condenser in, that's bumper off, everything. So I'm even just debating, a couple of months through the summer, I'll use it for now as a second car, because that's the only problem I've got at the minute. Until April, I've only got one car, it's the Altea, and I know I don't use my car much, but that comes in a bit of an issue. And maybe put the Altea off the road for a couple of months through the winter and use the Mondeo. I don't know, with the aircon obviously. I love these things, they're absolutely great. It's had all the calipers done, new tyres, serviced, it'll have a full MOT. Don't know what to do, shall I keep it, shall I not? Don't know. But anyways, I'll leave it there. But as you know, I was going to raffle the car, but there was too many. I'm not going to try, and I don't try not to swear too much on the channel, because I would like if people watch the channel with their kids to get interested. But there was too many. Can't say the word, but pain in the arse people. Joking on, I was just going to raffle it off for 30 quid a ticket. I was going to do it on the Thunderball or the Life thing on the lottery. 30 quid a ticket, and someone gets a good car, and I get what I want for it. But people joking on, I don't find it funny anyways, but, oh, it's not even worth 30 quid, I'm not buying a ticket. It's like, well, shut your trap and don't buy a ticket then, pal. Do one. Blocked. Simple as that. So, yeah, I don't know if I can be arsed with that, and then waiting for people to send money and then all that rubbish. So, what I'm going to say is, I'm going to use it in the meantime. I'm going to do those few jobs. It'll have a full MOT on. If you're interested in it, it's absolutely sound. Let us know. I'm saying it's absolutely sound. It's a 20-year-old car, so clearly it's not good. It's a private sale. None of that rubbish. I'm not a salesman, so you buy it, you take your risk. It's not perfect. I'll go through a few things it may need or whatever once I've checked it and MOT'd it. But it starts, it runs, it drives. He's just been down to Chesterfield and back 3 times over Christmas, moving someone with that stuff, and it's driving faultlessly. 50-60 miles per gallon, cheap tax. What more do you want? Loads of power, the 130 brake horsepower version. You put your foot down and you get Hoyd back in the seat every single time, because they do pull joking aside, like a train. They really do. They're up there with the top 5 diesel engines for me, those old 2-litre TDCIs. So anyway, leave it there. If you're interested, please leave a comment below. If you genuinely want to speak to us, my phone number is under the description of the video. It is under the description of every video. But like I've mentioned, it's a cheap pay-as-you-go phone. It's not my private number. It sits on my bedside table, and occasionally I check it for messages and missed calls. So don't expect a reply immediately or a call back immediately. But if you do want to contact us and speak to us, phone number's on the description. Just drop us a message on YouTube. But please remember to hit the like, comment first. It all helps me with my figures. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe. Or head to Facebook, Cardiff Garage Northeast, and you can send us a direct message on there. But I will be posting some more photographs of the car on there as well. So head over and take a look. It doesn't cost you anything. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.